Let's create a dashboard for this data. As we can see, there are a couple of the column like name, date, total call reach, average duration, deals close, call conversion, deal value, and call drop rate. Data has been cleaned already and we are ready for creating our dashboard. I'm going to add another sheet. I call it dashboard. Let's create a header for our dashboard. I choose these rows. Then I want to change the color for these rows to something like purple. Then from the 9 to 40, I change it to color like this. Okay, then let's put a title for dashboard is sales dashboard. Purpose of this dashboard is evaluating a sales agent performance. And let's format this one to white and 36, and the next one for I put a 16 and the colors. Now I'm going to add a shape for allocating my KPIs. I'm going to choose, for example, this one. I put it here and change the size. The size is going to be 6.5 and 3.5. And let's rotate it and then place it in the top. Then I'm going to add another shape. Let's change the color for the first one to the gold, then this one to the white, then let's cover this one carefully. Then I'm going to add another shape. I want to copy and paste it for the other KPIs. Then I'm going to add some icons for my KPIs. So let's add phone, then price, target, and money for deal. Let's add all of these, and while they are selected, I'm going to change the color to purple and the size for 1.8 for all of them. Okay, and let's locate. Perfect, the header is ready. Now we are ready to prepare our pivot table and start with the analyzing our data. For analysis, I need to navigate to the design table and then summarize the pivot table, then new worksheet to add my pivot table. I'm going to choose total call and call reach and DL closed and DL value. Then let's move this value to the row. Let's format this number. Format says number, and we don't want the decimal. This one is the currency. Change it to the currency and remove this one. Let's create a slicer based on the name. This is my slicer. As you can see, based on the different name, it will be change the data in this table. Let's navigate to the slicer, change the color to the purple. Then for the height, let's change it to the 15.50. That should be nice. And then let's copy this one, get back to the dashboard and paste it. Now let's add some text to show the KPIs. I'm going to add a text box here, and then equal to the formula tab. Then get back to the analysis. Here we point this one, but the text box won't be able to read the formula like that, so I change this to the B4. Yes, you are able to see the value here. Then let's add another text box here. Insert text box. For this text box is total call. Then let's format these two. First of all, I want to change the size. Let's change it to the 14 or maybe 16. Then change the color to the purple and make them center. Then let's copy these two and paste in the other ones and move and put them in the correct place. Do the same for the other one. Do the same for the other one. Then I want to choose all of these. In the format, I want to fix them, not to move. And then this one is going to be closed. This one is going to be value, and this one is going to be reached. Let's change the data for each one. For this one is B7. For this one it's B5. I think it was B6. And the reach is B5. Let's get the format for this one and then do it for all of this. I would like to of this outline. That's better now. Add another pivot table. Let's navigate to the data, then insert the pivot table. In this case, that existing table, and navigate to the dashboard. I would like to add it to here. Press OK. I'm going to choose name, total call reach, deal close, and deal value. Then change the name of this one to the name. Then select this one, Control H. I want to change the sum of to empty, replace all. The title is fine now, but let's change the color for this one. Navigate to the design and purple, but this one is still white, so let's choose this one and fill with the purple. Now it's better. Some formatting for the numbers. These three are number, so let's format. Number, use separator. We don't want the decimal. The same for this one. Format cell. And currency, this one is the currency one. We don't want the decimal. Perfect. Now let's using the conditional formatting and add a bar to this one. Then for this one, I'm going to add the other one like this. Okay, and let's change this one to the solid. And change this one to the gradient. Now, because all of the color are the same, I would like to change the color. So let's navigate to the manage rule in conditional formatting. I want to change it to the purple, so change this one to the dark purple. Okay, and for the E1, which one? This one. I want to see this one in the dark golden color. Now let's add the other pivot table. I navigate to the analysis and copy this previous pivot table and paste it in the other places, and let's change the fields. I don't want the total one. I need the call reach and deal close. I don't need this one. Then the value is that one, and add the date as well. Change the value to the column. For the date, I need the months, no need the days and date as well, just months. Now we are ready to create a chart for that. So let's insert a pivot chart and insert this one. First of all, I need to get rid of this one and hide all of this button. Then let's see the format of this one. We would like to see the axis, the minimum range is just started from the 0, which is correct. But in this case, I don't want to see the axis in the vertical axis. I just wanted to see it in the horizontal because I'm going to add the data label, and I would like to see this data label inside the end. But as you can see, the bit of the chart is not enough to cover that, so I'm going to increase it to 100 and decrease the gap to the 50. Let's change the color as well. Let's change it to the yellow. Let's change all of this and then change it to the yellow. For the button one, change it to the purple. Nice. I just need to change the color of this to white, and that's it. Let's copy this and put it in our dashboard somewhere here. Maybe somewhere. Now let's add the next pivot table. I move to the analysis tab and choose the deal closed and dates, but I don't want to day, I just want months. Okay, now I'm going to add the chart to this. I need to get rid of this button, hide all of this button. Then let's check the format of this one to see has been started from the 0. Yes, correct. Then in the axis, I don't want to see it in the vertical axis, but I want to see it in label inside, and let's uncheck the grid line. Then for the legend, I would like to see it in the top. Let's say it's total sales, and let's change the gap between these to 50. Okay, and then the color be purple. Change the color of this to the white. I think we are done. Let's copy this. Navigate to the dashboard. Yep. Let's add the next pivot table to our dashboard. I navigate to the analysis worksheet, and here I'm going to add the average duration. Then for the date, but I don't need the day, I only need the months. And let's configure this number, format the cells for these ones. They are number, and I want to see the separator but no decimal, and okay. Then let's add a pivot chart, and okay. Get rid of this button. Let's check this one to see the minimum is not started from the 0, but I want to be 0. Let's get rid of the grid line. For the legend, I don't want to see the legend. For the axis, no vertical, but add the label inside end. And let's change the gap width. I change it to 50. Okay, then for the color, I'm going to change it to yellow. Let's change it to the page call duration. And I think we are good to copy this and put it in our dashboard. Let's add the last visual to our dashboard. For doing that, I need to create another pivot table. In this case, I'm going to use the call drop and the date. Let's check this one for the format, and for the percentage, 2 decimal percentage is good. Then let's add the chart. In this case, I'm going to add area chart. Press OK. We don't need the legend or grid line. For the button, I want to hide them. For the axis, I don't want to see the vertical axis. For the color, let's navigate to this part. This one wants to be yellow. and let's change it to the gradient fill. And color is yellow. Okay, let's copy this and put it in our dashboard. Change the title to the call drop rate percentage. Perfect.